I'm sitting here with Anne Dawbor, who's one of the wonderful Learning Revolutionaries in this just incredibly inspiring project today. And Anne's got probably the most remarkable and the most moving story to tell of everybody that I've met. So Anne, if you wouldn't mind sharing it, I think it would be wonderful and very valuable for everybody else.
Right. I first heard of the learning circles through me being a volunteer tutor for the Expert Patients programme that I've been involved in for the last 6 years. And then we met Phil O'Brien, who was a coordinator, and it just compelled me that this is something that could move on from the Expert Patients programme, because after 6 weeks the participants are then left on their own. So we could involve it and ask them to come along and bring friends with them, so that we're all like-minded people to get in that. And then 2 weeks before Christmas, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and had my mastectomy on the 4th of January this year, and thought, I need to keep positive about this, and so met with some other people at the hospice, and we now talk about different things and the faults and the good things that are happening within the NHS, and the service that got on. We now get together and people talk about their journey. We find about how to get scarves and make different things. So if we're going to a wedding or something, how we can fancy it up. We do aromatherapy and makeovers. Also, some of the things that are downfalls about wigs, how you can, you're losing your personality, because it's a very personal part of yourself, and how you get over that and looking at it in a positive way. And I've just decided that I'm going to be so open about it, because as soon as you mention the dreaded C word, people automatically back off and don't know how to approach you. Whereas if you bring it out first and feel positive and remain positive, then the self-empowerment that you have from that is, I am going to manage my condition rather than it manage me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a friend in America who's just been diagnosed with breast cancer, and America being America, it's all about sort of the media, and the day after she was diagnosed, her consultant phoned her and said, would you mind doing a radio interview? And then that evolved into, would you mind appearing on television? And she had a bit of a crisis, and then just thought, no, exactly what you've just said, it's so important just to share it and to stop people hiding away from it.
And I've actually got some friends, male friends, who have got prostate cancer, and they've just said, why isn't there anything out there for us? But it's not my place, because they need to talk to a gentleman, and it be a man's group, the same as our breast care group is for women. But have been asked by the NHS in East Lancashire, the PCT, to speak to the chairman and the directors on the 22nd of April to tell them about my story, because again they've said that it was inspirational. So
it is, and you set this up as a learning circle.
Yes.
As part of the Learning Revolutionaries project.
Yes.
So, Anne's an unlikely but very, very wonderful revolutionary. So thank you so much for sharing that, Anne.